So what will 2014 bring? We have the wood horse, which is fully formed on the 4th of February 2014 at 06:21 hours. The day is actually very significant because we have a Yang Fire Horse Day, a Yang Fire Tiger Month, and a Yang Wood Fire Year. So you can see that this will be a very, very forceful entry. So definitely be mindful of how much fire there is around on that day, and particularly through the month of February, those of you who have an inclination or a tendency to actually put your foot to the floor, be very, very careful, because it is a day where tempers are likely to flare, and also when people may take imprudent actions. The horse is fire and the stem is yang wood. Wood sitting over fire is part of the productive cycle. So we have wood feeding fire and being able to actually stimulate or to supply the cauldron or the furnace with energy. So we can expect a very passionate, a very productive and a very energized year for 2014. What you see is what you get. There's nothing hidden this year. A little bit of earth sits underneath the horse, but the primary energy is very much visible. The wood feeding the fire is actually, we can see the flames. We know what we're dealing with. In contrast to the year of the water snake, where the water was suppressing the fire and much was bubbling underneath and not being trackable by the average person. So the wood sits on top. It is the heavenly stem, and it will govern the first 6 months of the year. The horse sits underneath and governs the second half of the year. But having said that, both the stem and the branch throughout the whole year have an impact. The stems will interact with the months and with the branches, and the branches will interact with the stems and with each other. So for example, as we said earlier, when the horse meets the tiger month, they produce additional fire. So it's going to be a very hot, passionate and very productive time for many people. But it will be a time when people's passions will spill out. And so we can expect, particularly in the parliamentary arena, in all the Western democracies, and even beyond the Western democracies, that people are likely to say imprudent things and be very, very passionate, being very forthright with their opinions. So passion and communication will be at the fore this year. So the fire governs fame, the electrical industry. So be very, if you're trading in shares, etc., or you're actually looking for investment opportunities, then the oil and gas industry, even though they are liquid, when they're extracted, they actually transform into fire. So a part of the electricity generating industries. So anything that produces fire or illumination can be regarded as part of this industry. Also celebrity. So the celebrities from Hollywood and Bollywood and places like that will also come into the spotlight this year. Not that they're very rarely out of the spotlight, but there is likely to be a lot more sort of gossip or sort of publicity in regards to celebrities, and that is not restricted to Hollywood stars, of course, We have people from the fields of literature, music, etc. They too will be in the spotlight this year.